What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right. So Gilbert Arenas, of course, former NBA player, now, of course, a social media basketball savant slash analyst, I guess, has his own podcast, Gil's Arena. He says a lot of things that I believe he doesn't really truly feel, but I think he says these things for clout, for attention. But every now and then he says things that make a lot of damn sense. It's like for every 5, 6 outlandish things he says something that he actually truly believes. And he said something about Nikola Jokic. Well, actually, he said something about Wilt Chamberlain that I totally agree with. It's something you may have heard me say before. Now, he was asked on his podcast if Nikola Jokic is the most complete center in NBA history. Okay, now keep in mind, Gilbert Arenas is an old school basher. Okay, notorious for bashing old school players, right? But listen to what Gilbert Arenas had to say about Wilt Chamberlain.
Joker dropped his 108th career triple-double to pass LeBron and Jason Kidd for the fourth most in NBA history. Joker's played in 113 fewer games than LeBron in his career. He's still only 28 years old. He already has 3 triple-doubles in 9 games this season. Nuggets have the best record in the league at 8-1. Is Jokic the most complete big man offensively in NBA history? No. In NBA history? No. That's Wilt. And what place did you say he's in? Fourth? Yeah, fourth in triple doubles. Sixth. Was sixth? No, he's in sixth. Russell averaged 8.8 blocks a game. But so how many triple doubles do you think these people had if they average 29 rebounds? So 29 rebounds, 14 blocks. The fuck do you think? So 52 points. That's what I'm saying. Because they didn't keep a stat. You cheated this man. You cheated this man in history. The Joker dropped his 108th career.
You heard what the man said, right? You heard that, right? Where else you heard that from? Who else you heard say that? Yours truly. Time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. All it takes is a little bit of common sense. If you look at the fact that the Philadelphia 76ers longtime statistician tracked Wilt's stats for 113 games over a 2-season span. And during that stretch, Wilt averaged 8.8 blocks per game. Now, mind you, this was a Wilt Chamberlain that weighed approximately 300 pounds. Not 270, 275 like he did in his earlier days with the Warriors when he was, 1961-62. When most statisticians say that they think that he averaged double-digit blocks. And the pace has slowed down slightly by the late 60s compared to the early 1960s. Slightly. So just think about this. How many triple-doubles do you think a guy had? If he was, earlier part of his career, he was averaging 50 points, 45 points, 25 rebounds, 27 rebounds, 24 rebounds, 4 assists. There's going to be quite a few triple-doubles. But especially during the latter part of his career, when with the Sixers he was averaging 24 points, 21 rebounds, 9 blocks. That's damn near a triple-double in itself per game. So you have to come to the conclusion that this guy, forget the 43 triple-doubles, that's the record for a season. Forget that. Wilt probably had a season where he put up 65, 70 triple-doubles. 50 triple-doubles. Then even with the Lakers toward the end of his career, when he was averaging, 14 points, 19 rebounds, and probably like 5 assists, 6 assists. He probably had 30 triple doubles those years, 30, 35. I've said this before. In reality, if all of Wilt Chamberlain's stats were counted, you would start to see why he's truly in the GOAT conversation at the very least. At the very least. He would be number one by far in triple doubles. He'd be number one by far in career PER. He would be amongst the top, I'd say 10 all-time in steals. So many of his stats that aren't counted officially would be counted. He would hold the record for most blocks in a game. He would probably have multiple, along with Bill Russell, multiple quadruple doubles. Wilt apparently even had a quintuple double, a couple of quintuple doubles. And I'm not talking about turnovers. I'm talking about points, rebounds, blocks, steals, and assists. The Holy Grail. We'd be looking at Wilt in a totally different light than what we do. So yes, I agree that Wilt Chamberlain is probably the most complete offensive player we've ever seen. Yeah, there was no three-point shot back then, but I guarantee you he could have developed one. We've seen footage of him hitting 5 consecutive hook shots from three-point range. As strong as he is, I think Wilt probably would have, as strong as he is, I think he probably would have, shot a lot of deep threes, like 35, 38 foot. I can see him doing that in today's NBA. But yeah, I totally, the man could score. What if we forget this man played a whole season with the Harlem Globetrotters, and even during the offseason he toured with the Globetrotters? People forget about this stuff when it comes to Wilt Chamberlain. His one weakness was that the guy just couldn't shoot free throws. He couldn't. Could not shoot free throws. I think some of it was psychological. I think some of it was, the fact that he was such a big, strong fucking guy. When you look at a lot of the stronger players in the NBA, they have a problem oftentimes with large hands. They have a problem having that touch. Shaq had the same problem. Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me look at Joe Klein for a second. Joe Klein was a really strong guy. Let me look at his free throw percentage right quick. Well, actually, his was good, so it wasn't the case for him. Matter of fact, wow, 79% for his career. Yes, so he was the exception. So it's not the case for everybody, but I know a lot of guys who are big and strong, have large hands, man. They're not really good free throw shooters. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.